Have you ever felt like you were being prepared for something far greater than this world could ever understand? Welcome to Heaven's Chosen, where your awakening begins. If you're here, it's not by accident. This message found you for a reason. In this video, you're going to discover truths that were hidden from the masses, truths only a chosen one like you will recognize. So get ready, because by the end, you won't see yourself or the world the same way again. Let's begin. There's a moment when time seems to freeze. You look around and everything feels off. It's not fear, it's awareness. Something deep within you is waking up. You're not just another person walking through life asleep. You're starting to see the cracks in the illusion, and that makes you dangerous to the system. You were never meant to live like everyone else. You were meant to see what others can't. The moment you begin to question things, your soul begins to stretch. You become uncomfortable with the shallow, the fake, the repetitive. Your spirit yearns for something real, something eternal. That discomfort? It's divine. It's heaven pushing you forward. Chosen ones don't stay in places their spirit has outgrown. Every time you feel lost, remember, chosen ones are not given maps. They're given missions. That confusion you feel, it's part of the path. You're being guided not by logic, but by calling. You won't find direction in the crowd. You'll find it in the silence, in the pain, in the whispers. People will not understand you. They'll mock what they can't explain. You'll be too intense, too different, too real. Let them talk. Your authenticity is your armor. Every chosen one has walked alone before they were ever followed. Loneliness is not your weakness. It's your training ground. There's something sacred inside you that this world has tried to bury. But no more. You're not here to survive. You're here to awaken, to lead, to remember. And once you open your eyes, there's no going back. You've already begun. You feel it, don't you? That pressure on your chest. That urgency that won't let you rest. That's not anxiety. It's activation. Heaven is knocking, loudly. The message is simple. Stop, stop, stop. Open immediately. Your old self cannot walk through this next door. Everything you're clinging to that's fake has to fall. The habits, the people, the beliefs that numb you, gone. You can't carry dead weight into a divine mission. That heaviness in your life, it's the cost of avoiding your purpose. And you're done avoiding it. It's time. Every delay, every later is a chain. Every excuse is a closed door. This is not a time for waiting. This is a time for warrior action. You don't need another sign. You are the sign. The chosen don't wait. They rise. And that means opening up, even when it's terrifying. Fear will scream, doubt will whisper. But underneath all of it is something louder. Truth. And truth has one command. Move. Not later. Now. You're not starting from scratch. You're starting from spirit. Everything you've lived through prepared you for this ignition. Heaven doesn't choose the perfect. It chooses the ready. And readiness isn't about feeling safe. It's about saying yes, even while trembling. If you've been waiting for a push, this is it. Stop. Breathe. Open. Step into your becoming. You were never designed to fit in. From the moment you were born, the world tried to label you, box you, define you. But nothing ever quite fit. The truth? You weren't made for the system. You were made to disrupt it. The unease you feel in normal settings is not dysfunction. It's divine disconnection. Every time you've been told you were too much, too intense, too emotional, too deep, that was actually confirmation. You carry frequencies that threaten shallow spaces. You weren't born to please. You were born to provoke. Your existence challenges comfort zones, and that's exactly the point. You may look around and see people following the same routines, wearing the same masks, speaking the same lies, and feel alien. That alienation is a compass. It's your soul saying, "You're not from here." The truth is, most chosen ones aren't. You've been placed here not to copy, but to awaken. It hurts, doesn't it? The loneliness, the weight, the silence, but it's all part of your preparation. While others seek applause, you seek truth. While they seek attention, you seek alignment. That's why you're misunderstood, because the world isn't used to people like you. Yet, you're not behind. You're not lost. You're being forged in fire. And when the moment comes, and it will, your difference will become your destiny. Don't erase what makes you sacred just to survive. The world doesn't need another echo. It needs your voice. Unfiltered, unapologetic, unforgettable. There comes a time when your soul screams louder than your surroundings. That time is now. You've spent years watering dead gardens, pouring your love into hollow spaces. But now the voice inside says, "Enough." That's not bitterness. That's clarity. You're beginning to see who drains you and who fuels you, who claps for your growth, and who only tolerates you small. This isn't just awareness. It's spiritual X-ray vision. And once you see, you can't unsee. Chosen one, this is your cue to disconnect in order to rise. The world will call you selfish, arrogant, cold. Let them. You're not abandoning people. You're returning to your power. Boundaries are not walls. They are doors that only truth can walk through. You're not closing off. You're tuning in to the frequency of your real self. You don't need to explain your evolution. You don't need to justify your glow. People who are meant for you will feel your shift and still stand beside you. Those who were just benefiting from your silence will call your voice a threat. And it is a threat to their comfort. The more you honor your inner knowing, the louder your calling becomes. You weren't chosen to be liked. You were chosen to be aligned. And sometimes that means walking away from the crowd to walk with the Creator. You've been too loyal to your past. Now it's time to be loyal to your future. There are eyes on you that you will never see. People you've never spoken to are watching, waiting, observing. You think no one notices, but they do. Your energy speaks before you enter a room. Your silence echoes louder than their noise. The chosen walk with invisible weight and visible presence. And that makes some uncomfortable. Some admire you. Others resent you. Few understand you. That's the burden of being chosen. You carry light in a world addicted to shadows. You'll be attacked without reason, excluded without cause, and tested without mercy. Not because you're wrong, but because you're right. And rightness shines like a mirror. Most can't bear to look. Every time you rise, you reveal who's truly with you. Loyalty doesn't survive in comfort. It survives in your elevation. When you level up, pay attention to who celebrates and who disappears. Not everyone who claps is for you. Not everyone who smiles loves your light. Some just fear your becoming. You must move with discernment now. Protect your peace like a throne. Guard your calling like a crown. Speak less. Observe more. Some battles don't require your sword, just your absence. Energy is currency. and you can't afford to spend it on the wrong ones anymore. Never forget, you're not being paranoid. You're being prepared. The eyes that watch you now are the ones who'll speak your name when your mission ignites. Let them watch. Let them whisper. You're not here to entertain them. You're here to elevate the frequency of the entire room. You keep trying to blend in, don't you? Shrinking your light, softening your voice, dimming your brilliance, hoping they won't notice how different you are. But it's useless. Chosen ones can't camouflage. You weren't built for background noise. You're the main signal. You twist yourself into silence just to keep the peace. But that peace is fake. It costs you too much. Every time you betray your truth, a part of you dies. You're not protecting others from discomfort. You're protecting their illusions from your clarity. And that's not your job anymore. You've mastered the art of hiding in plain sight. But now, heaven is saying, no more. You're being called to show up fully, unmasked, unfiltered, undeniable. That's why the pressure's increasing. You're not being punished. You're being pushed into visibility. This world doesn't need more copies. It needs your design, your specific tone, your exact truth. The way you see, feel, and express things, it's sacred. And the moment you stop diluting it, your real tribe will find you. But they can't find a version of you that doesn't exist anymore. You've been chosen for a reason, and chosen ones don't hide. They radiate. The time for blending in is over. It's time to step out, speak up, and stand tall. No more apologizing for who you are. No more making yourself smaller to soothe small minds. It's time to be undeniably you. You've been feeling tired, and not just physically. Your soul is exhausted. But you don't talk about it because strong people aren't supposed to be tired, right? The truth is, your spirit is carrying more than most will ever see. Emotional weight, spiritual downloads, silent battles. And it's okay to rest. Rest isn't weakness. Rest is strategy. Even warriors must return to camp. Even chosen ones must breathe. You're not lazy. You're aligning. Your body knows what your spirit has endured. And in your stillness, healing happens. Restoration begins not in noise, but in silence. There is a sacredness in stepping back. The world glorifies hustle, but heaven honors harmony. You don't need to grind every second to prove your worth. You are not your productivity. You are your presence. And your presence carries a frequency that shifts rooms when you're truly whole. Take a breath. Take a break. Take your power back. Because what's coming next requires you, fully charged. You're not resting because you're done. You're resting because you're just getting started. The stillness is not your stopping point. It's your starting line. The world will try to make you feel guilty for choosing peace. Let them. You don't owe anyone your burnout. Your mission requires longevity, not sacrifice. Protect your energy like it's sacred, because it is. You are no good to the world if you're constantly empty. Refill, recharge, rise. You've been isolated lately. People pulled away. Plans fell apart. It's like the universe hit mute on everything around you. And it hurts, doesn't it? But this isn't rejection. It's initiation. Isolation is where chosen ones are refined, not forgotten. You're not being punished. You're being positioned. Every great shift begins in solitude. That space you're in, that silence, it's your sanctuary. The noise had to die down so you could hear the only voice that matters, your own. And beyond that, the divine whisper calling you higher. The crowd can't come with you. Where you're going, only the pure can walk. That's why relationships faded. That's why you suddenly crave depth and distance. Don't chase the familiar. Let it fall. You're not losing people. You're losing versions of yourself that can't cross into your future. This chapter isn't about proving yourself. It's about discovering yourself. In the quiet, in the stillness, in the emptiness. You're becoming someone new, and that transformation requires separation. Not everyone deserves front row seats to your rebirth. Soon, the silence will break. The clarity will come. And the people who disappeared, they'll either return humbled or watch from a distance as you rise. Trust the isolation. It's not a punishment. It's preparation. You're not alone. You're in alignment. You've been questioning everything. What once felt true, now feels hollow. The conversations, the routines, the roles you used to play, they don't fit anymore. That's not madness. That's awakening. You're not breaking down. You're breaking free. There's a quiet rebellion happening in your spirit. You're no longer satisfied with surviving. You want meaning, depth, alignment. The rules they gave you no longer apply. You've outgrown the system, and your soul knows it. You're not who you used to be, and you never will be again. It's disorienting at first. You feel detached from the people around you. You start to see behind the masks, the patterns, the control. You begin to realize how much of your life was scripted, and now you're stepping off script. That's the moment your power returns. People will say you've changed. That's the point. Growth looks like rebellion to those addicted to comfort. You're no longer pretending, no longer shrinking, no longer agreeing to things that drain your light. You're not going crazy. You're waking up from the collective sleep. This process is not easy. It will cost you everything fake. But it will gift you something priceless, clarity. And once you taste truth, illusion becomes unbearable. Keep going, even when it's lonely, even when it's confusing. This path isn't for everyone. It's for the chosen. This is it, the moment that splits your life in two, before and after. You've waited. You've doubted. You've prayed for a sign. And this message right here is that sign. No more delay, no more excuses. Open the door to who you truly are. Now, you can't take the old you into the new season. That version of you, the one that played small, settled for less, feared their own light, has to go. You've been chosen for more, and more requires movement. Bold, immediate, unapologetic movement. Hesitation is your enemy. The longer you wait, the louder doubt becomes. The window is open now, but it won't stay open forever. This is a divine deadline, and when you feel that fire in your chest, that urgency in your bones, it means it's time. You're ready, even if you're scared. You don't need to feel prepared. You need to say yes. Destiny doesn't wait for perfection. It responds to obedience. Heaven isn't asking you to be fearless. Heaven is asking you to be available. And the only thing standing between you and transformation is permission. Yours. So open. Open to the unknown. Open to the power buried beneath your pain. Open to the version of you that's been silently waiting for your courage. The world doesn't need a someday you. It needs the real you. Now. Stop. Breathe. And step forward. This is the beginning. And now, take a deep breath. You didn't find this message. This message found you. Because deep down, You've always known. You were never ordinary. You were never lost. You were simply waiting to be remembered. And now, you remember. Let this be the moment you stop dimming your light. Let this be the moment you choose your becoming over your comfort, because no one else can walk your path. No one else can carry your calling. It's yours. Only yours. The world doesn't need you perfect. It needs you real. It needs you awake. It needs you now. If something in this message stirred your soul, write "Heaven's Chosen" in the comments so I know you made it this far. And tell me, what did you feel? What did you realize? Let's rise together. Not someday. Now.